my voice, so I'm gonna let Tasha talk. Is that all right? You guys like to hear from Tasha? She's like, I am probably in a lot of trouble for this right now. She's like, I didn't prepare anything.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, she don't need to prepare. Okay? But before she goes, this is your chance to think about this for a second.
It's really big of you.
So here's the requirement for next event in Nashville. Everybody has to have a white lab coat and some goggles.
That was great. That was great.
It was so funny. I was like, we were talking about doing that, and I was, right before I went out there, I'm like, I started to get nervous about it. I was like, I don't know if this is even funny. Right? Like, I mean, if they don't think this is funny, this is going to be really embarrassing for me, right? I looked at Kristen and I said, hey, Kristen, you know what? If they don't laugh, I'm seriously going to tell them it's your fault. It is you. This was your idea. It didn't work. Right? Did you guys think that was kind of funny?
It was great.
Were you a little bit surprised that I could actually spit that stuff out that fast?
Yes.
So let me ask you guys a question about this. I know a lot of times you guys might think that we're very, very much just about compensation plans, right? Is that kind of the stigma or the label that you would attach to Marcel? We're all, yeah, we are, aren't we? We actually, heart is actually what drives that, right? The reason that I did that, though, is for a couple different things. I want you guys to know that knowing that information is really important. Okay, it really is. Understanding the reason that this is a product that everyone should take is a really important thing, okay? Now, for me, and every one of you can decide how you want to put that information into your story or into the conversation that you're having with people. But for me, the product knowledge or the product validation or the peer reviews that we have or the patents that we have, those are the things that allow me to take the conversation to the second step or take it to the third step. Those are the conversations that after I get someone to sit down with me because they recognize maybe there's something here that they want to participate in, I can build more confidence in them with that information, okay? Now, I would not encourage you to go memorize all that information like I did. If I put that little QR code up there. You guys remember the QR code? That QR code leads you to all that information. Now, as you move through the ranks, should you know a little bit more about the product? Yes. But do you have to know all that information when you're brand new?
No.
No. The most important thing you can do when you're brand new is be able to point to the information. Where is the information at? And the reason that it's important is because the person you're talking to is wondering in their minds when you're talking to them, can I do what you are doing? It's just some of the little simple psychologies that we've learned over the years, is you cannot have success, in my opinion, if you are creating a reason for them to believe they can't do what you just did. Okay? So if you're sitting down for 2 and 3 and 4 hours and you are just rambling on because in your mind you think, I'm going to show them how smart I am, I'm going to show them how much knowledge I have, and if I can just show them how smart and knowledgeable I am, they're going to be overwhelmed with excitement and want to join me. If that's what you're thinking, you're going to find out that that's going to be a very, very difficult road for you. Okay? Unless you're a doctor or some scientist that should know that information, correct? And if you are, and I know there's some of you in here, if you are one of the higher educated or you're a doctor, you have some kind of experience in that industry, I'm going to tell you guys what you need to infuse into your conversation after you give the information that's expected of you as a doctor. You need to look at people and say, now, I'm hoping the question you'll ask is, why am I, because I'm a doctor, why am I, because I'm highly educated, why am I, because I have letters in front of my name or after my name, right? Why am I doing this? I'm hoping that you're looking at me saying, if you're a doctor, why would you do this? Because if you can ask them that question, it allows you to say, because I realize there's an opportunity for me to take the education I have, the experience that I have, the title that I have, to help you benefit in your life. Does that make sense? But if you're not, your friends are looking at you saying, but you want a landscaping and maintenance business. Why are you talking to me about oxidative stress? Right? But you paint houses for a living. You know something about superoxide dismutase and catalase? Your friends are probably going to look at you the same way my friends looked at me, like, what is wrong with you? Why are you talking like that? Right? Right? So until you start moving through the ranks, you don't need to know all that extra information. Now, as you get through them, you'll get to where I'm at. I could actually stand up there for probably an hour and do that whole product thing. Is that crazy? Like, I actually know what the products are, believe it or not. I actually know what the ingredients are, and I know how they work, and I know what a lot of the peer reviews say. I actually know that stuff. But you guys don't hear me talking about it, do you? Because I believe that telling that story that I tell in the beginning with the transparency in the products and the compensation plan and the culture of our company with the timing that the company's in is the conversation you should have every single time to start the conversation. That other information comes in when they say, well, can you tell me more about the products? But what if they don't want to know more about the products, but they want to know more about the comp plan? Should you know about it too? Yeah. Okay. If they want to know more about the life cycle of the company and how big they are versus where they're going, should you know a little bit about that too? Okay, does that make sense? Okay. So we have to catch a plane at 7:30. Our ride picks us up at 5:30.
Okay,
But
I don't need the whole schedule.
Nope.
Just give me the thing.
Let's get it over with.
I get to say something nice about you.
No, you don't have to.
I get to say something nice. One of my favorite people to listen to in this business is my wife. It's crazy. I get to listen to her every day. I don't always love that part. Okay? But I love this part because I think she's fantastic and I love my wife a ton. So here she is.
Thank you. Okay, he talks way more than I do. Let's just get that straight right now. Yes, I did not have any idea that I was coming up here. This is totally sporadic, but I am not. So I'm just going to go back to what I know, and what I know is that I did not build this business. Obviously, Tyler did most of the work, and I was, if you know any of our story, not wanting to do this at all. Matter of fact, it was literally World War III in our home for 18 months at least. So I'm going to go back to everyone has somebody who's probably going, what are you doing? Why would you do something like this? Why would you put your reputation on the line for, are you serious, MLM? How stupid are you, right? So I was that person. And I'm going to tell you the 3 things that it took for me to kind of overcome that. And the first thing, guys, was bring home the bacon. Like, I wanted to see the money. It's like, I don't want to listen to you talk a whole bunch. I want to see what this is going to happen here, because we live in a town of 4,000 people and we pretty much know every person in this town, and they're all thinking that you're insane. So I don't want to be a part of that. So first of all, don't talk to anyone we know or my friends or my family. So if you can get outside of this town, great, you have at it. And so it was money. It was really for the money for me. I was like, I want some money because I like that. And so he got me, you guys all know, LASIK surgery, so I could get some vision, he said. I didn't have any. And diamond earrings for him to get off of the couch. True story. The second thing was really just the tenacity of watching him go. I was like, you've got to be freaking joking me with this. Like, it was plane, trains, and automobiles. Like, he put his head down and he did the work and he didn't look up until it was done. It didn't matter what I said. And there was literally a time that we were going to, what was it, Sundance or something? Sundance, because they invited us to this thing. He won this thing. I'm like, woo, whatever. I just want to go see the $12 million cabin. Because I had never seen a $12 million anything. And I'm like, we get to go to a cabin like that's owned by these people and it's going to be awesome. So I didn't care about, oh my gosh, you won $100 in a pair of shoes or whatever it was. I was literally roaming through this cabin and these huge, and this is, mind you, what, in 2004, 5, so it was a long time ago. So now it's like, what, an $80 million cabin? I don't know what the price is, I don't know. Huge chandeliers of elk horns and stacked granite and bunk bed, stuff that I had never grown up with or seen before. And so I was kind of like, I didn't really need to hear from him. I wanted to walk around and go, is this real? Like, is this really real right now? So this cabin was owned by Nature Sunshine family, who is the parent company of Synergy Worldwide, which we were in at the time. And there were 2 of the girls cleaning up. They were hosting the party. They were cleaning up in the kitchen, and I just kind of stood in the kitchen and I was like, can I ask you a question? And I'm like, I don't want you to bullshit me. Like, is this for real? And they were like, yeah, this is real. And I was like, oh, so see, I needed that third party validation. That was what I couldn't hear from him because I like do his laundry. Care what you have to say. And then the third thing was really like nothing speaks louder than movement in your business for somebody who's watching. Nothing will speak louder than movement in your business for somebody who is watching. And I saw him fly. And I'm like, I want to ride. Can I get on that ride? He's like, yeah, come on, let's go. So yeah, it took me a good almost 2 years. If you want something big, you have to do something big. So start doing it and you'll get it. And your vision and your dreams will grow as you do. That's it.
Thank you.
I love her perspective. I love the perspective that she has because she comes, from that side where she wanted nothing to do with this, right? And I know most of us have somebody like that in our life, right? So I think she gave you the answers. We're going to run. I think this weekend was really incredible. I hope you guys had a great time.